The Titanic was built by the White Star Line and was launched in 1912. It was the largest and most luxurious ship in the world at the time of its construction. The Titanic was designed to be unsinkable, with advanced safety features such as watertight compartments and an intricate network of bulkheads. The Titanic's maiden voyage began on April 10, 1912, with more than 2,200 passengers and crew on board. The ship made stops in France and Ireland before setting course for New York City. On the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The impact caused a series of punctures along the ship's starboard side, allowing water to flood into several of the Titanic's watertight compartments. The Titanic's crew began launching lifeboats, but there were not enough to accommodate all of the passengers and crew on board. The Titanic's wireless operators sent out distress signals, which were received by nearby ships. The Carpathia, a passenger liner, was the first ship to arrive at the scene of the disaster. The Titanic sank beneath the waves at around 2:20 a.m. on April 15, 1912. More than 1,500 people lost their lives in the disaster. The sinking of the Titanic was one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history. The Titanic was the subject of an extensive investigation by both British and American authorities. The investigation revealed a number of design flaws and safety deficiencies on the Titanic. The Titanic was not equipped with enough lifeboats to accommodate all of the passengers and crew on board. Many of the lifeboats that were launched were not filled to capacity. The Titanic's crew did not conduct a proper evacuation drill before the ship set sail. The Titanic's wireless operators did not pass along all of the iceberg warnings they received to the ship's officers. The Titanic's watertight compartments were not sealed properly, allowing water to flood multiple compartments at once. The Titanic's hull plates were not as thick as they should have been, making them more vulnerable to damage. The Titanic's engineers did not respond quickly enough to shut off the ship's boilers and stop the engines, which could have slowed the rate of flooding. The Titanic's distress rockets were not seen by nearby ships until it was too late. The Titanic's lifeboats were not equipped with adequate supplies, such as water and food. The Titanic's crew did not effectively communicate with passengers about the seriousness of the situation. The Titanic's first-class passengers were given priority access to the lifeboats, while many third-class passengers were left behind. The Titanic's evacuation was not organized, with some lifeboats launching half-empty while others were overloaded. The Titanic's crew did not have an effective plan for getting passengers into lifeboats quickly. The sinking of the Titanic was a turning point in maritime history and led to significant changes in the way that ships were designed and equipped with safety features. The sinking of the Titanic remains a subject of fascination and study more than a century later.